What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. While Rachel and I were out camping at Catalina Island, I did decide to throw the wetsuit on and jump in the water and go check some of the shallow rocks around the campsite to see if I could find a legal lobster. Obviously, water's a little chilly this time of year, so I had my 5mm wetsuit. Also, this was after we had done some sheephead fishing, so if you missed that video, I'll link it down below. But yeah, this day we had that gnarly fog bank in the morning, so we had to wait for that to burn off. Fished sheephead for a couple of hours, so I wanted to see if I could find a legal lobster. So I decided to bring the GoPro out with us to bring you along. And as always, if you like the videos, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. But the best way to support the channel is to remember that I am a loan officer. So if you or anyone you know are looking to buy a house or have any questions about how to qualify for a home loan, feel free to shoot me an email at fluentmortgage@gmail.com, and I can set you up with my work contact information and answer any questions you have. But yeah, let's get to the dive. Right when I got in, there was a nice calico bass sitting right there in the sand, some bait swimming around. More calico, and I believe that's a little type of wrasse, senorita fish or something. But yeah, down in the comments, oh, there's a couple of little short lobster just hanging out in that cave there. But down in the comments, let me know if you guys have ever gone for one of these night dives. Honestly, it's one of my favorite things to do. It is kind of creepy at first, but once you get used to it, it's pretty awesome. This was kind of interesting, just a big brown rockfish, I think. In the shallows, he was missing an eye and pretty skinny and pretty lethargic. I don't think he was doing too well, but you don't see those very often in the shallow waters. Lobster just crawling around, another short. Again, I was just kind of checking the shallow waters here. It's a new spot I had never dove before, so just getting a feel for it, lay of the land. I was out by myself, so I wasn't doing any deep dives or, long breath holds, anything like that. See some abalone chilling in that little crevice there. This guy thought he was hiding from me. Another short though. Obviously, freediving is intrinsically dangerous. You're out there without a tank or anything like that. So know your limits. Do some research on how to stay safe while you're out there. Again, I don't recommend you go by yourself, especially if you haven't gone diving a lot. Another lobster just crawling on an abalone there. Make sure you go with a buddy. When I do go by myself, as you can tell, I'm on the surface right here, so I'm in, I don't go deeper than maybe 5-10 feet, and I avoid those long, deep dives, long breath holds. Do my best to mitigate the risk of shallow water blackouts. Also, I don't like reaching into like any deep caves or holes, especially in Catalina. You'll see in a little bit, but a lot of those caves are also home to moray eels and a lot of urchins and stuff like that. So definitely be careful before you just start reaching in after lobster. Yep, so there's the lobster. You got an urchin right up on the back of the cave, and then a angry moray eel in there. And again, I see tons of these moray eels, usually hanging out with legal or bigger lobster. I've also noticed when I look into a cave, oh, little sculpin. It's another thing you want to watch out for. You don't want to have a swell push you into a rock with a sculpin waiting to tag you. But those moray eels do like to hang out with lobster, and I've noticed too when I'm looking in caves that have baby lobster, like little tiny baby lobster in there. More often than not, there's a moray eel in that cave as well, so I wonder if there's some sort of symbiotic relationship. Oh, you kind of see that one out of the corner of the flashlight there, but that's the first legal lobster of the night in the shallows like that. I don't know if you could tell, but when I see one that I think is closer, legal size, I try not to shine the light directly at them. I've noticed I can spook them, so I kind of keep them on the outside edge of that light and then kind of approach and grab from the back. because that direct light, those bigger lobster have seen divers before, more likely than not, and they tend to spook pretty quick if you hit them with that direct beam. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, night diving is so much fun, especially if you stay in the shallows and it's clean water like this and really calm. It's actually not as spooky as you think it is. You kind of get tunnel vision and you're just looking straight down at the light. Every now and then you know, get approached by a bigger leopard shark or a little Garibaldi there. Sometimes I'll turn my head and there'll be like a harbor seal just staring at me a couple feet away. It'll spook you a little bit, but it's definitely a different ocean at night. The different creatures definitely come out. There's like a little rocky spot in between all the eelgrass, and that's usually where you find those opali, the perch hanging out in that zone. There's tons of abalone. You can see them when they feel you get close. They actually suck down on that rock a little harder like that, and they just chill in these little crevices. But it's one of those things. I wonder if we're ever gonna get to keep abalone again. I mean, they're everywhere on the island, but I doubt it. It's still cool to see. There's tons of them. Some big urchins. Fish hiding in there. Lobster hiding right there. This one was close, so I think I'd try to grab this one and get a measure. Nope. Decided against it. I know in the intro I said I was wearing my my 5mm, but I actually was wearing a 7mm top, and I didn't adjust my weight belt for it. Oh, that one got away. I think that one was probably just a little short anyways, but missed that one. But I didn't adjust my weight belt for that extra buoyancy, so I was like a freaking bobber every time I tried to swim down and like stay neutrally buoyant to be able to search around in those little cracks and stuff. I would just shoot back up. This lobster was actually eating another dead lobster. That one was close, but another short. Never seen a cannibal lobster before. God, they're such cool creatures. Just out cruising around, looking for a snack. Some more urchins. Oh, and another friendly moray eel. He was not happy with me getting in his face like that. Understandably so. I'll leave you alone, little buddy. Oh, this was cool. There was like a drop off in a big sandy patch, and this lobster was just out cruising around in the sand. Spooked that calico bass right next to him. You can see his eyes kind of light up. Another just short. We'll had to let that one go. I don't know what kind of crab this was, but he also wasn't happy with me sticking the GoPro in his face. He's like a spider crab, but he doesn't really have a ton of like growth on him yet. Found this little zone that was just loaded with shorts. This one was really close, but decided to just let him be. Yeah, there's something just so peaceful about these night dives. Once you kind of get in the zone and you're just cruising around, looking with the nice calico bass. Honestly, that was probably like a 4 or 5 pound calico up in the shallows. That was really cool. That's another thing. You'd be surprised how many big calico bass live up in that eelgrass, up tight to the rocks. And as I was swimming back in, I actually got ambushed by a school of sardines. These were just huge sardines, like 8 to 10 inch sardines. There were some sea lions that were pushing this bait ball up shallow. They were just bouncing off of me, getting all disoriented from the light. But yeah, this is why those halibut like to sit in zones like this. They just sit on the bottom and wait for these sardines to go swimming right over the top of them. They come up and ambush them. I did see two short halibut on this dive, but I didn't get very good footage of them. They took off before I could get anything usable. So here's a better look at that lobster that I caught last night. Perfect eating size. It's a male, you can see. Forget what these are called, little flippers, but the females have bigger ones that have like little claws underneath to hold the eggs. So nice eating size one. I did see 2 other like legal size ones, but I just missed them. So I might try again tonight and see if I can get 1 or 2 more. But yeah, not bad. Saw some cool stuff. I was only out for like an hour trying a new spot, but he's staying in the bait tank alive. Maybe we'll try again later. Had to do like a little pull up there.
Flex. Lobster flex.
Lobster flex. Now for the our favorite part is getting to eat the lobster. See, diving form's fun, but the reason we put ourselves in that cold water in the middle of winter is to get those delicious things home. So decided to steam up an artichoke and then do Hasselback potatoes. I saw a recipe for those online that I wanted to try. So yeah, I got the artichoke steaming. Got those potatoes in the oven. I think I had it at 400 for like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And every like, I don't know, 10 minutes I would baste it with like a garlic butter. And then here's that nice lobster tail. Just took some kitchen shears. Cut down the top of that shell and just kind of peel it open, get that meat out of there. Surprisingly, a lot of meat on that. And then I just kind of dice it up, cubed it up into little chunks. This is one of my favorite ways to cook it. It's just like little firecracker popcorn lobster. I feel like it cooks more evenly this way and you don't overcook it. Sometimes if you leave it in the oven, it kind of cooks unevenly or overcooks it and gets real chewy. So I just had some butter, adding some pepper, garlic, salt. Got that on like a medium-high heat. Hard to tell with the electric stove. You don't get to look at the flame. But yeah, just throw those little chunks in there and just stir them around for a little bit. It takes maybe 5 minutes to, probably less than that honestly. Just keep an eye on it. Once they turn that opaque all the way around, they're done. So just like that. Everything turned out looking delicious. Presentation's a little lackluster, but I think we're just going for taste over presentation tonight. Got our giant freaking artichoke. Look at that massive, massive thing. Good old Costco. And then we have these Hasselback potatoes. Never made them before. Don't even know how to eat them, but they look delicious. And of course our little firecracker lobster. Kewpie mayo, garlic butter. Dig in.
Every time. So good. Oh.
Yeah, cooking it in these little cubes.
I actually love that.
It's so delicious, right?
I know, yeah.
The little cubes, high heat with a little bit of olive oil and butter. I think they turn out so tender. You don't it's really hard to overcook it when you do it that way, so it doesn't end up getting all super chewy.
It's like fancy popcorn shrimp, but better. So good. Ever since you made it that way, it's just done. Best.
Yum.
Tasty.
Now I'm gonna try this bad boy in just a second. Oh, I guess you can do that. How? Why have I never made potatoes like this before? Well,
better late than never.
oh my gosh, that's so good. Like, look, Yeah, because look, it's still like you get crispy on the outside.
It's like scalloped.
Almost, yeah. That bad boy. Yeah, give it a try. It's good, right?
Oh my gosh.
That's so good.
How did you do that?
It's a secret. You'll have to watch the video.
Okay.
Alright guys, we're going to sit down and enjoy our meal. But yeah, everything turned out delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything coming up. I think there's still one more video from this camping trip. Yeah, the rockfish one. So still one more video coming from this specific trip. We're going to get back out to Catalina soon. Stay tuned for that one. We'll see you guys later.